Imagine waking up tomorrow to find the company building your dream home has vanished. No keys, no refund, just a padlock on the gate. This isn't fiction. It's happening right now across the UK. Major house builders are collapsing at a terrifying rate, taking billions of pounds and thousands of unfinished homes with them. The economy is shaking, families are ruined, and the experts say we haven't even seen the worst of it. Why is this happening? Who is next? And most importantly, is your money safe? We're counting down the top 10 reasons why the UK housing market is imploding, and why number 1 might just crash the entire economy. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. The profit trap. For years, builders chased margins, not quality. They over-leveraged themselves on cheap debt, assuming house prices would climb forever. But gravity always wins. When the market slowed, their fragile business models shattered. They're stuck with expensive land and half-built sites they can't afford to finish. The result? A wave of insolvencies that's wiping out decades-old firms overnight. Small contractors are getting stiffed on payments, forcing them under too. It's a domino effect of greed turned into bankruptcy. Buyers are left holding contracts worth nothing more than paper scraps. But if you think bad business planning is the only culprit, wait until you hear about the invisible force draining their bank accounts dry. Number 9. Material cost explosion. You can't build a house if you can't afford the bricks. The cost of raw materials has skyrocketed, obliterating profit margins. Timber, steel, cement, prices have surged by nearly 25% in some sectors. Builders signed fixed-price contracts with buyers months ago, but now constructing those homes costs more than they're selling for. Every brick laid is a financial loss. Smaller firms are bleeding cash just trying to honor deals, while larger ones are halting sites entirely. It's a supply chain nightmare with no end in sight. Projects are stalling, leaving skeletal structures rotting in the rain. But expensive materials are just one piece of the puzzle. The real killer is something much harder to find. Number 8. The labor vacuum. Where have all the builders gone? The UK is facing a catastrophic shortage of skilled tradespeople. Bricklayers, electricians, carpenters, they are vanishing. An aging workforce is retiring, and Brexit complications have severed the pipeline of European labor that kept sites moving. Wages for the few remaining workers have shot through the roof, adding yet another crushing cost to developers. Sites that should take months are taking years. Delays mean penalties. Penalties mean debt. It's a vicious cycle where time literally is money, and builders are running out of both. But even if they had the workers, they'd still be facing a regulatory mountain that's burying them alive. Number 7. Planning permission, purgatory. It's the silent killer of the construction industry. The UK's planning system is broken, slow, and expensive. Developers are stuck in bureaucratic limbo for years, burning cash on land that sits empty. Local councils are understaffed and overwhelmed, rejecting applications or delaying decisions indefinitely. This uncertainty scares off investors and banks, cutting off the lifeline of credit builders need to survive. Large developers can weather the storm, but for medium-sized firms, a 6-month delay is a death sentence. They can't build, they can't sell, and they can't pay their debts. Yet, while the government dithers on reform, a new financial predator has entered the water, hunting specifically for distressed buyers. Number 6. The mortgage time bomb. Interest rates didn't just rise, they spiked. For buyers, mortgages are suddenly unaffordable. For builders, the pool of customers has evaporated overnight. They built homes assuming a steady stream of buyers, but now, show homes sit empty. Sales rates have plummeted to historic lows. Without cash flowing in from completions, developer cash flow is drying up. They are sitting on finished stock that is rapidly losing value. To sell, they have to slash prices, which destroys the asset value on their balance sheets, triggering loan recalls from banks. It's a classic liquidity crisis, but the banks aren't just calling in loans. they are tightening the noose in a way that's even more dangerous. Number 5. Lender confidence collapse. Banks smell blood. They remember 2008 and they are terrified of exposure to the property market. As a result, they are pulling funding from development projects mid-build. Credit lines are being frozen. Interest rates on developer loans are punishingly high. It's a credit crunch specifically targeting the construction sector. Builders who were solvent on paper yesterday are insolvent today because their financing vanished. This capital flight is turning viable projects into toxic assets. No money means no building. No building means immediate collapse. And just as the banks retreat, the government is introducing new laws that might be the final nail in the coffin. Number 4. The Green Mandate. Saving the planet comes with a price tag. New regulations requiring net zero homes and strict environmental standards are hitting builders hard. While necessary for the future, the immediate transition costs are immense. Heat pumps, upgraded insulation, solar panels, these aren't cheap. Retrofitting designs and retraining staff cost millions. For firms already operating on razor-thin margins, these mandatory upgrades are the tipping point. They can't pass the full cost to buyers who are already tapped out, so they eat the loss. Many are choosing to fold rather than comply. But while green laws are pressuring the bottom line, a massive scandal from the past is coming back to haunt them. Number 3. The Remediation Bill. The ghost of Grenfell is still haunting the industry. The government has forced developers to pay for fire safety remediation on existing buildings. Billions of pounds in unplanned costs. It's a moral necessity, but financially, it's a sledgehammer. Major house builders have signed pledges committing huge sums to fix cladding issues on buildings they sold years ago. This liability sits like a lead weight on their balance sheets. Investors are fleeing these stocks, fearing endless legal black holes. Cash that should be used to build new homes is being diverted to fix old ones. But if you think this is just a corporate problem, wait until you see how it impacts the land itself. Number 2. Land value crash. Land is a developer's bank account. They buy it, bank it, and borrow against it. But as house prices wobble and construction costs soar, the residual value of land is plummeting. Sites bought at the peak of the market are now worth less than what was paid. This leaves developers in negative equity on their own raw materials. Their assets are shrinking while their debts remain fixed. When the value of their land bank drops below loan covenants, banks seize control. It's a silent asset deflation that is wiping out equity before a single shovel hits the ground. But the number one reason? It's the one factor that guarantees this crisis won't end anytime soon. Number 1. The confidence death spiral. Markets run on psychology, and right now, fear is in the driver's seat. Buyers are scared to buy unfinished homes in case the builder goes bust. Suppliers are demanding cash upfront because they don't trust builders to pay later. Investors are shorting housing stocks. This total loss of confidence creates a self-fulfilling prophecy. Even healthy firms are failing because no one will trade with them on credit. The ecosystem of trust that allows houses to be built has disintegrated. When trust dies, the market dies. And for the UK housing sector, the funeral has already begun. So guys, the collapse isn't coming, it's already here. If you're looking to buy, build, or invest, proceed with extreme caution. The landscape is shifting beneath our feet. Subscribe for more updates on this unfolding crisis.